incredible relationship, and it just happened. It just happened. There was nothing we did, nothing she did that caused us just to be like that. And I remember her saying, for the rest of my life, you guys have to be in my life, and no major choices I will make without sitting with you all. And we're like,
What?
okay, you know,
That last part was
But
heavy.
is the bonding based on
it was
vocal
hard.
skill, or is it just based on the fact that you guys grew up? I guess there's a kind of a gospel bond.
There's elements there, but when I say our hearts just was knitted, because understand, she met my brothers before she met me and CeCe.
Okay.
I met her because she was on tour opening for Jeffrey Osborne, and she was singing one of my brother's songs, Tomorrow, in her set.
Mm-hmm.
I remember her walking out from the back, and I said to her, I don't know what church you came out of. I don't know your last name. I mean, I don't know your middle name, but I know you come from some church singing the way you sing. And she smiled and said, New Hope Baptist. And so we laughed, and just that moment. And so I can go through the years, but one of the things that always sticks out with her is I run every morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Monday through Saturday. And I run my path in Nashville. I go by this home, and every time I see it, I smile. Sometimes I cry. It's because it was my first home, and I saved the money. And then because of race and various other risks that they see in the color of your skin, they decided you needed 75% to put on the house instead of 50, which was high from the get-go. And so we called just like any other time. Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's wrong? How about the house? Well, yeah, they, threw a curve. And she's like, what? I was like, don't worry about it. No, tell me. And so I told her what's going on, da-da-da-da. The next thing I knew, Whitney flew in unannounced. And at that point, me and my wife, we stayed in a one-bedroom apartment. So she decided she's going to spend the night, slept on the couch. And I remember walking out. Now,
and she's Whitney Houston.
She's Whitney Houston. The number one song is I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Wow. Okay.
She's sleeping on the couch. And I'm trying to sneak out of the door because you open the door, the sun hits the couch. And so I'm sneaking out, the sun hits and she wakes up. Her hair is going every which way. And I start laughing. And I said, boy, if they can see you now, they would want to dance with somebody tonight. She said, shut up. Where you going? I said, Whitney, I just got to go on an errand. I'll be right back. Okay, because we got to go see that house. I was like, girl, shut up. And so I came back. We went to the house, going through this house, because every room, Whitney would say, oh, yeah, now that looks like my brother's bedroom. Oh, that's like my brother's bathroom. Oh, that looks like my brother's a laundry room. It was like, what's wrong with you? And so the last place we stepped on the porch, and she said, oh yeah, this looks like my brother's porch. And then she hands me an envelope. And I say, what is it? And she said,
she opened you.
She said, open it up. I said, what? I opened it up, and it is the $50,000 that I needed to buy my home.
Oh, man.
And she said, I told you this was my brother's house. And I was like,
oh, man.
Whitney, I mean, I got to pay. She said, don't you worry about it. Okay, let's go. So when I run by the house, now I paid her back, right? And she called me because I paid it to her accountants. And she said, they just called me and tell me you paid me. And I said, yeah, I told you I was going to pay you. She said, a lot of people say they're going to pay me.
Right.
But every time, and I, I sold the house years ago, but every time I run by that house, I can't help but think of her.
Oh, man.
Help but think of her love, of laughter, of every experience that we had together, which lives inside of me. And she was family, one of the greatest friendships I can even imagine.